Hello everybody, it's Friday. My name's Carole and I'm coming to you from my cluttered sewing room today. Just want to give a shout out to Jen for starting the hashtag Friday Sews as ever. And if you haven't done it recently, don't forget to type in hashtag Friday Sews into the YouTube search bar and you'll come up with a whole wealth of new people that you might not have even spotted before. So give them a watch and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So I just want to say also that I entered my first ever challenge in June, the hashtag He Made June, and that was sponsored by Lisa from the One Lisa Show and Adam Sews. And I entered a pair of shorts, and if you remember, I'll put a picture up of for my husband, and I won a prize. So I was so excited about that. For me, the failure at school sewing to win a prize for something I'd sewn was amazing. So thank you so much for all your hard work, you two, for doing the challenge. I've never done a challenge before that one, and I'm kind of looking forward to entering more of them. So that was brilliant. Also, I want to thank Adam for, I don't know if you remember, he sent me a bag, zip bag with many compartments where I've got all my scissors in. And I loved it so much. I showed it to my daughter, and she said that would be perfect for my makeup because I can put all my makeup brushes, I can put all my palettes, I can put everything. My daughter used to actually do makeup as a profession, so she knows all about it. But so I approached Adam again. I said, please, can you make one for her? I'll buy it from you this time. I don't want you to gift it to me again. And he did. And he's made her a fantastic bag, which I gave to her this morning. And I'll put a picture up, and I think she's filled it already. So that was amazing. Thank you so much. If you haven't seen what this man creates, go over to hashtag Adam Sews. There is a link to his website, and he's just an incredible sewer, and the amount he produces in the week is just unbelievable. Okay. So also my daughter reminded me that I'd made a couple of things recently for her youngest, who's 18 months, and I just put a couple of photos in to update you of him modeling them. It's a t-shirt I made him, and I also made him an all-in-one dinosaur romper. So she sent me two lovely photos, so I will put those up for you. Now, what did I do this week? Well, first of all, I said last week that before I do anything, I need to make some bibs because the 18-month-old is a very dribbly little creature still. He's gorgeous, but dribbly. So I very quickly made, it's nice that because he's that bit older, making a handkerchief bib is a bit better. So very quick. It was double gauze or muslin, what we call it. It's got my little star on it. So easy to make. Two triangles, sew them together, turn them inside out, and then I didn't use poppers. I used a tiny bit of popper tape. You can see there and there on opposite sides. And that's just so much easier. I put them on with zigzag in the hope that they'll stay. But so I made 4 of those. So then I did that, and then I could get cracking on some of the things I wanted to make. First one was the very easy. I bought so with the fabric I bought from France. So this was a blue t-shirt cotton jersey, and I made this faithful new look 6246 view A simple cap sleeve t-shirt. I'm wearing it with a pair of blue denim trousers. I wouldn't wear that in but it was only because I was modeling it, but I wouldn't wear the two together. But super simple, quick make. Another quick make, I got that lovely broderie anglaise or eyelet, as I think you call it in America. And I went ahead and I did the simpler pattern. I talked about 2 patterns, but I did the simpler one in the end. So it's New Look 6483. What did I go for in the end? I went for version C. That works out the best for me. That one's too wide. I think I made them all so far. That's too high. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears with this. One's too small, this one's too tight, this one is just right. So I did version C. I'm so pleased with it. It was such beautiful fabric. It didn't need anything else. The only thing I would say about it is I forgot how hard it was to actually sew embroidery on glaze or eyelet because of the holes, and your sewing machine needle sort of jumps over the holes or has trouble going through the thick bit. Um, so I'm so glad I did a simple pattern. This says 1 hour. I've sewn it many times. I have never managed to make it in 1 hour. I've timed myself. It's because of the facings. You do, I know it was suggested to me that I did the burrito method. Thank you, Jen, but I didn't. I have to follow instructions. I'm like that. So I did it as they say, and it does involve a lot of hand stitching. Inside, hand stitching the shoulder seams and hand stitching the back. So if anybody else has done this and done it successfully with a burrito method, please let me know how you did it. Now, I made a lovely dress and out of the ice cream fabric. Now, this was a dress that I'd seen Stephanie from Stephanie Farrell Focus made. She raved about it. She loves it. It looks fantastic on her. It was New Look 6669. I made the shorter version. It's got tight shoulders and it's got some lovely lines actually. And I had that ice creamy fabric and I thought because it's a viscose jersey, it'll hang really nicely. And so it's more or less finished, just got the hem to do on it. Hopefully by the time I take a photo of it, it'll have the hem on it. It's nice and swishy and girly. And it's got pockets. It's got the tie shoulders. But what I didn't realise was when I was cutting it out, obviously you do the fronts and the sides, nice long pieces. And then there were these two pieces, bra back, bra front. Now this completely threw me because initially I thought they were just facings, but then I read what they were, and then I read that you required elastic to go along the bottom. Now I don't know what Stephanie said or if anybody else has done this pattern, but I certainly wouldn't wear it without a bra, and so I wouldn't want this, but I had to go ahead and use this for the way the whole thing was constructed. So inside I've made it, but I certainly haven't put elastic around the bottom because I think it's going to make it quite hot. And the other funny thing was, I just happened to be very fortunate to have a Zoom call with Trish from Pinky's Farm and Jen yesterday. And I was telling them about this. And Jen said to me, "What did you line it with?" I said, "What do you mean? I just used this fabric." And I picked up the pattern and it says, "Lining in Tricot," or Tricot. And I said, "What is that?" Anyway, I had just done it in the same fabric. But do you know what? It works. It's just sort of, it's almost like a modesty covering here. So I have these big, long, floppy bits inside it that no one will ever see. But it just adds a bit of modesty, I suppose, to it. So I am quite pleased with this. I went on a journey thinking, oh, I'm not sure. It's a bit mumsy, doesn't do much for me. But on the right occasion, I think it will be very pretty. Maybe another holiday, maybe. So if you do this pattern, be warned, it does have these bra fits and it does say to use it in some kind of stretchy jersey tricot sort of swimsuit lining, I think they told me. I suppose you could just turn these into facings, not sure. I'm an instructions girl, I just need to be told what to do. Next week, I'm going to do the pajamas for my husband. I bought this fabric in France, my Escape from Alcatraz blue, and he chose it. So, and he's quite happy that the whole thing to be made in one. But I did have an idea. I have made this before with the collar blocking there and the shorts. Now, it was only when I washed the fabric and I held it up. Now, this is thinking out the box for me. This is the inside. Now, I am going to, and I know it's a bit off the rail, but I'm going to use that as the colour blocking. You can see the stripe vaguely. Well, it looks worse in this, but in reality, you can't see the stripe. I've done a tiny little mini mock-up. I'll put a photo up just to see what it could look like. At the end of the day, it is pajamas. So I think I'm going to colour block the main. So I'm going to do the stripy sleeves. Where am I? Stripy sleeves, plain bit here, and obviously the stripy shorts. And I'm just going to reverse it. So I'm using the wrong side of the jersey. Why not? It's pajamas at the end of the day. So that's a lot of fabric I have there. Another thing I'm going to do this week is, now I was wearing this today, dug this out, and I forgot how much I loved it. It's a topper, very simple topper made out of double gauze, and it reminded me that I have got this beautiful blue bit of double gauze I bought about 3-4 months ago, and I'm wondering whether I shouldn't make, because I love wearing this because they're so comfy to make, whether I shouldn't make another very simple top out of this. It's funny to sew with double gauze because you iron it and it flattens and then it shrinks back, and you've got to be a bit careful with it, but I feel I really should use this because it is just so pretty. And the other thing I'm going to try and do this week is use my last bit of fabric. I think I bought some sweatshirt fabric, but use the last bit of fabric, which was this lovely viscose. And I'm going to make the sleeve that I showed you before, that slightly bell sleeve. So it's a boxy top with a bell sleeve. It's quite a quick make. It's just that kind of length sleeve is really good for if you're going out or just around the house. Perfect. One thing I did this week was put up a separate video about the Lutterloh system. Now, it's a journey I'm going to go on, and lots of people have been very supportive. It was this dressmaking system that my mother has gifted me, and it was from the 1970s. It is still current, you can still buy it, and they do have supplements for it. So I've done a separate video for this because I understand that a lot of people won't be interested, like buying patterns. So, but I'm going to have a go at this. So that's a separate video. I'll put a link to the video. So I'm going to have a go this weekend about trying to work out how to do that. Now, the only thing about life, not much going on. We've got some fabulous weather on the cards next week. So I'm hoping to get down to the beach. We live about 25 minutes from the beach. So hopefully plan to get down there with my family. My husband is in an amateur band and he plays the drums, and he's performing this weekend locally. And for the first time ever, my daughter is joining them as a kind of guest star to start with. She's in her late 20s. She did a lot of singing when she was at school, and it'd be brilliant to see them perform together. So we're going to go and see that. She's got her confidence back and she's going to be great. So good luck, Katie. And that's it. That's it from me. I've got lots to do. I've got the pajamas, I've got 2 tops, and I've got to try and work my way in the Lutterloh system. Thank you so much for watching. I love chatting with you all. You just have some great ideas. It's just fantastic. And thank you so much for watching. And hopefully I will see you next week for Friday Sews, if not before. Thank you. Bye-bye.